mess. Unfortunately, this is what I have to go through. Because I'm dealing with an immature person at the end of the day that really doesn't know how to carry himself correctly and has landed himself into more hot water than he could possibly ever think of. Not just by me, but by my family members who he actually mentioned names about them in a YouTube channel that they had nothing to do with at all. And they are extremely upset over the matter. Right now, I'm getting my documents done because I got to be in several different institutions today to submit these documents to get them done. So right now we have over here, this is the second set of, I had to file for a second set of post office mail fraud charges, and that I had to acquire his LLC information. Where did that document just pop up to? Yes, this is right here. This is his document for his LLC, which is another requirement on his company. And this is the reason why his website's missing. So the number of reasons why his website is missing, because he's trying to hide information on his site. Right here. Okay. That right there. This is another thing they want, basically credibility on his company right here, which you can see basically has expired. So we'll send it over to right there. Let me see, do we need that in this? Let me see for a minute. We have this right here. This has liability company, tension, right there. Does this have his address on it? Oh crap, that's all we need. We only need that document right there. Okay, this is good. We don't need this one. This will be for the courts. That's for the courts about that whole expired information. And this is the receipt that they're requesting that has your face attached to it. This is going to the post office today for post office mail fraud. That's the document for that. Second document, criminal charges. First set of criminal charges is for the officer that come out here today for you basically calling in a fake police call. Jamie, is this not your email right here? And that email, you posted my address to the garage. Your email is also connected to it right there. This is also the DC report from the officer clearly showing that you came up on the computer under the name of Mike Fernando, which is actually also affiliated, and the call came from California. And they got your voice on the recording. So guess what? That's a charge right there that's going in today. Also, too, I will be picking up my police report from the downstairs records unit. This will be sent to your landlord. I decided I'm going to be having a conversation with your landlord. I'll be sending these documents to your landlord about the problems that we're having with you in the apartment, and also too with the LLC that you have tied to his establishment. We want to know if he's a part of this, and he's going to clearly say no, he has nothing to do with this. We're going to clearly state that we need to have him evicted from the, we need to have you evicted from the building. You know, you do too much, man. You know, first things first, posting my family's information like that, that's something, you put your life in danger with that one. God, I got nothing to do with that. That's your problem now. As for doing stuff as having an officer come out here, you crossed the line with that one. I was sitting there right on camera, and I was sitting there saying that, you know what, we'll drop some of these charges because, you know, I didn't want you to go through this. And this is how you act at the end of the day. All right. You know, I tried my best to turn the other cheek. I really have. And anybody can see it on YouTube. I really have tried to turn the cheek. Buddy, when you see me in court, that's it. And I'm going to tell you something right now. When the people you ticked off, you'd be lucky if you make it out of Philadelphia. I'm going to be honest with you on that. You'd be very lucky if you make it out of Philadelphia, which I doubt you are. They know about the court cases they have. They know that you will be in court. They know how the whole system works. They've been in the system before. And they're going to be down there waiting for you, so you know. But you brought it on yourself. You made this pile of nonsense for yourself. And it's a shame, and I'm sorry, I apologize to my YouTubers at the end of the day, or anybody else who follows us. I'm sorry we have to put you through this, but unfortunately, this is what people have to go through when they deal with these type of trolls. So we got to paint a picture of you in court, and I got plenty enough stuff here to do it. I'm going to be taking the court for several lawsuits. So instead of doing the 2, we're going to do the 10 instead. We have 1 lawsuit that's going to be filed also too today for the criminal charges Another lawsuit that's going to be filed a week after that. That is going to be for the batch number violation that you did against my company. All right, let me see. This is customer's order. Let's get this over there. And I need to get another document from here. This is a document, dispute case number. We need to print that out. I need a copy of that. Let me see. I'm gonna go into my account and grab that. So when you sat there and said that you didn't know where I lived at, oh, we knew you knew where I lived at. You sent me an email saying that you knew where I lived at, and it has your email address and everything attached to it. And then all of a sudden we had this Mike Gonzalez, which your voice on a recording. All right, let me see. And police will basically back that up in court that you did contact them. So they'll be in court to testify. I told you, you're not going home. You have so many charges now we have against you. You are not going home. When you come out here for the lawsuits, yes, you are going home. Well, I can't really honestly say if you are or not on that one, because you did call out some people you shouldn't have called out that have nothing to do with this. But when you do go to court for the criminal charges, you are not going home. So you know that. You're going to stay here in Pennsylvania. All right, let me see what we got here. I need to go in and get from this one. Let me see. This is the yeah, it's a July, because this is for the post office mail for us. Let's keep all this over here. I got to be out today. I go to the building and get all this done today. When I have stuff to do, we have to address this mess. Let me see. And we need this for his company, which he lied and committed perjury. That's another one we need right there. That's for that particular case. All right. Let me see. We need. Let's see. What's this one right here? This case number. Close in your favor. I am over there minding my own business with talking about the simple life, and you felt the need to have an officer come over to my place and do something that dirty. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna warn you, you better have body armor when you come to Philadelphia. Because again, there's a lot of them, and they're going to be waiting for you when you come down here, and you have to come down here. You can deny coming down for the lawsuits. Yeah, you just forfeit. We'll win 12 grand. We'll take it out of you anyway. But as for the criminal charges, you have to be down here, or not. You have a warrant against your arrest. You have a warrant for your arrest, so you have to be down there. And you can sit there and say to an officer, "Hey, look, these guys are gonna, when I get down there, you know, this is a heavy possibility could happen, and they're going to ask you, how did they come to the conclusion? Well, I mentioned some people online of their family. The officer's not going to have any pity on you. He's going to tell you, well, you know, you're just going to have to deal with it because you had no business mentioning someone's name that had nothing to do with this, and you did. They want your head on a stick. And I'm not talking them out of it. It's none of my business. I got nothing to do with this at all, period. Next time, you learn to keep your mouth shut. You better hope they're not going to forget about it. We know that. I know my family. They're not going to forget about it. They're never going to forget about it. Let me see. They're not going to forget about it. Should have just kept your mouth shut. All right, let's get this done because I have things to do, and I really don't have time for this nonsense, this back and forth nonsense between you and me. You know, if I'm doing all this, that we asked you to send us down black paint. We requested this to put against our own screens for testing. Nothing came of it. Just you ranting and carrying on, act up as usual. So you can't claim anything. You can't back up your claim. That's the first lawsuit for slander in my company. You got a lawsuit coming up for harassment. Once you lose this case with the courts, which shouldn't be a problem, This is one of the complaints we're filing today. Criminal charges, you lose that one, there's a lawsuit following behind that one. Every criminal charge that you lose, the lawsuit following behind it. It follows up behind it. So you will be coming back and forth here to Philadelphia. No, I'm sorry, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I just said, yeah, I know these people at the end of the day. First day, they definitely gonna step to you. They're definitely gonna let you know who they are. That's definitely, well, some of them. You won't know the rest of them. You'll know the first ones, but not the rest of them. Usually some of the little bolder than the other ones. But I'm just giving you for one. This is my family at the end of the day. I know these people. They're my family. You really should not have mentioned those names. They're gonna make an example out of you. And you can sit there and say, hey, you put your life in danger. You did it to yourself. And here's the thing at the end of the day, buddy, about them and who they are attached to. If you want to talk about a war, you don't want that with them, because you will involve your entire family would be involved in this war. They are about that life. Got the wrong people at the end of the day. They are about that life. Let me see. Okay. Case closed. Favor. Let me see. Date. Let's see. Filing date. It's on like PayPal. I remember my sensei used to always say, it's easy to get in trouble. It's extremely hard to get out of it. Biggest argument I had with them is, can I at least get him into a courtroom before this goes down? Can I at least get him in a courtroom? Can I at least get my chance to prosecute this guy first? Let me get my chance to prosecute. That's what I literally argument I'm going to have with them right now, about basically trying to get you into a courtroom so I can prosecute you for the stuff that you did before they get their hands on you. All I heard last night. You got him. You wanted to anger somebody. You want to trigger somebody. You just did it. Hopefully ain't nobody down in California right now. Probably took air. Who knows what? Who took airline tickets to what? All right, man. Staring a hornet's nest. Let's see. We have Gee whiz. Okay, let me get this. We got to concentrate here. I got to be at City Hall today for a lot of stuff. Ooh, get to go back in that building again. I like that building. That building has some beautiful artwork in there. I'm sitting there and stare at the artwork. I'm gonna go back in there today and talk to some. Get the rest of this stuff we have to get filed and done for today. And then I have to go down. I'll show you the police reports. We'll show our police reports today on him. This is what I have to send over to his landlord. Let me see. We need 09. Okay, can we get it this way? Oh, we can do this. Okay, cool. All right. I need let me check the date down a minute. Not easier. Yeah, 6/9/9/. I'd be way wrong with it. Not even in that area yet, honestly. All right. Dispute date. Dispute date. Dispute date. That's a transaction ID. Dispute date. Let me see. Okay. So I had to, on a lighter note, and stuff I got to go through now to get this mess taken care of. We ordered more for the walls over there to get them done and get them finished. Really thought I was going to have enough to get everything done, but the stuff is actually pretty nice and the tape held up, so that's good. You know, in business, usually when we're dealing with companies and we have these issues, it's pretty much none of this nonsense we don't have to deal with. It's just basically short and cut. See you in court. That's what it comes down to. Attorneys talking to attorneys. That's it. That's the end of it. We all end up in court. The judge makes a decision, and we go on from there. Whoever pays, pays, and whoever doesn't, doesn't. That's how it works. But when you're dealing with an internet troll, this is a whole nother different territory. This is a person, some of them can back down and basically go about their way, but then you have people like this one who is determined. Now, these usually self-destruct. They do. They disappear or something bad happens to them, but they definitely do self-destruct. You remind me, Jamie, of, what was his name with Moses? I think Pharaoh. Was it Pharaoh? I think it was Pharaoh. I think this is supposed to happen to you. It is. I think what's going to happen to you, what you're going to go through in life, this is meant for you to go through. I have to follow through on this, and I can see why I have to follow through on this, because every time I try to back down, every time I try to give you a chance, you do something even crazier, which means that this is your destiny. This is what you have to go through. This is your trial that you have to go through in life. You have to go through some stuff. I'm pretty sure my family's going to lay hands on you. I do believe this. Things that can go even worse than that, I don't think it's going to go that far. They do have that capability, and they have done things like that. Let's just say it. It can happen easily. But I think that God wants you to go through something. And every time I try to back down on this and say, okay, give him a little leniency. I don't want him to go through all this. You do something even worse. So I think it's meant to be. And it kind of reminds me of, there are certain people that are used for certain things to, maybe he has something for you. Maybe it's like Saul, who went in and did all this destructive stuff against God, ended up becoming a disciple. Who knows? Maybe there's something that God has for you, and maybe you have to go through something first, because the devil has your eyes blinded. So you have to go through something first. So same thing, I had to go through something to become the person that I am, to serve him. It's the same thing, you have to go through something. And maybe I'm that person who has to initiate the switch to get all this, to get you into court, get you prosecuted, put you through some really bad stuff that you're going to have to go through in order for you to get understanding that maybe you need to find God. Because, buddy, if you keep doing this nonsense like this to what you're doing, and someone does happen to walk upon you and murk you, or something happens along the way, and you go to hell, you're going to hell. I mean, you've done so much evil stuff, man. There is no way in the world God is going to let you pass through the gates of heaven. It's not going to happen. You've done a lot of evil stuff at the end of the day. So maybe this is what you have to go through. So this is why I'm pushing forward on everything, to get all this done, to get you into court, get you prosecuted, and you do need some jail time. You need to be off the streets. You need a place where you can actually think and get your head together and think about what you've done to other people to get your act together. So maybe if you get out of this situation, if it's meant for you to get a situation, then hopefully you become a better person. You learn from it. If not, the devil's going to get his wish. He's going to take your life. Now, I have no control over certain people in my family. I don't get involved in them. This is none of my business. You got yourself with that problem. You're going to have to pray and ask the Lord to protect you on this. You brought this on yourself. I would have never even dreamed that you would have done something like that. I mean, I've seen you do dirty stuff, but gee whiz, really? What do you think? Everybody in my family, at one point, man, when I was in my younger years, and I was doing stuff like that, like they were doing, we wouldn't even gone this far. We would have never had this whole this would have never happened at all, period. I was a different person then. I'd have got a hold of a friend because I was too young at the time when I was called going and doing the dirt that I was doing. But I had to contact somebody that had been able to get down there to you. You'd have woke up the next day to somebody knocking at your door and a bunch of guys rushing into your apartment. That's what would have happened to you when I was that age at that time. But because of the road I was traveling and the things I were doing, I had to go through something in order for God to say, hey, look, man, you need to change her. This is what's going to happen. You're going to die. You're going to end up with this guy for the rest of your life. So I had to go through something. And I think this is what you have to go through. I think I'm not the only person that you have done dirty things to. Because if you treated me this way, I couldn't imagine how you treated other people around you. So you have to go through something. And this is what's going to happen. This is why we have all this substantial evidence. I run all this stuff through my lawyer before we even take this into court anywhere to make sure we have enough evidence. And this guy comes back and says, why do you even bother walking in here? You know what I'm going to say? We have enough to prosecute. Oh, but you did something even worse. Way, way, way worse. You put your life in danger. And you have to come to Philadelphia, and they're in Philadelphia and in Allentown. They will come down here just for this. All right, let me see what we have here. We have so now, as for the customer, Matthew, yeah, we requested for you to send the item back to us so we could test it and put it on YouTube Live to show it doesn't work. You went and filed a complaint against me. You lost your complaint. We can show the transcripts where we requested you to send this back to us. So basically, we can go in and show that the product works perfectly fine. Your product was actually part of the product that we tested against the advanced surface on over there on the table, and there was nothing wrong with the product. It was also the same product that we also tested against a t-shirt for fun, and there was nothing wrong with it. This is the reason why I tell you, when people are doing things they shouldn't be doing, when we request you to send it back here so we can basically show a live stream, they know there's nothing wrong with it. So he went and filed a complaint, which he's going to lose. I warned you, I've been through this before. You will lose your claim. We can back the product. All right, let me see. Funny, the same name, Mr. Matthew. Not the same person as the same person as the other person we're suing. Let me see. Oh, I should be up talking about the place, talking about the new stuff we just put in. How is it doing? How is it working? No, we can't do that. We got to take care of this mess first. Got to put early in the morning, go to City Hall. Then we'll go over in the park, get something to eat, and just chill for a bit. And then after that, it's going to be a nice day tomorrow, too. So I'm definitely out and about. But I got to be out and about anyway. I don't have it. I got things that got to be done. Let's see. Thursday, the other stuff should be here to finish off. Well, we're still going to have a lot left over. We don't really have much to do on that wall. I think I'm going to do the overspill, too. I'm going to do around the edges, all the way around the edges. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm probably going to go to Home Depot and build a structure for this section over here so that way I can get this wall ready. But then again, that would be pointless because we have to raise the floor. And I'll be wasting wood if I do it that way. So I'll just wait until we get the floor done. Then I'll put that part of that structure in. But this stuff actually is fantastic. We have no heat on in here right now. It's actually running quite well. On the wall, it's ice cold. It's actually absorbent on the other end. But on our side, we can feel the heat bouncing off of it. I mean, people just some interesting technology to develop. It's cool as I don't know what. All right. Let me see what we have here. Now, let me put something out here real quick. We know we got people who hate him. And I know people who hate him will use me as a way of going toward him. Let me explain something to you. Anything that comes over is being traced. All emails are being traced because there's a lot of stuff now buzzing around this case right now. All emails are being traced. Anything's being traced. So if you're outside the line and you're doing this, guess what? It's going to come back to you. I'm going to treat you the same way I'm treating him. Except for my case, there's no warning. There's no, we're going to let this go. There's none of that. So you know. Let me see. What we need, oh, and by the way, website's still going. So y'all know that. He's not open, the website is going. So there are a couple of people who did pop up in the email trace that weren't affiliated with him. So now you're a part of this. So again, I told you, next month we're filing a conspiracy charge. And this conspiracy charge will allow you to gather other people that were involved in this, that was initially him, you'll be charged. And again, they got to trace the emails down because there's a case involved in this. They have to get an investigator and they have to find out your whereabouts, which means to go through your job and everything else, everything, medical records, whatever they got to do at the end of the day to figure out exactly where you are and where you live, to come up to your front door and say you're being served for court or summoned for court. So you got yourself involved in it. If you did, just to let you know. Mr. Matthew, your information will be handed over when we file the conspiracy charges. I do know exactly where you live at. Let's see right here. Oh, man, my goodness. Did we pull this one already? We got these right here, this one right here, and this case right here. Oh, and by the way, you do know I got security cameras. I actually did the security system for this place. So there's cameras wired throughout this entire place. His security system was nice, mine is way better. But yeah, I got access to everything throughout this entire, I got cameras wired from alongside the walkway, the garages. I even have cameras in the park that are actually pointed at the building from a distance. This place is wired. I Skynet the daylights out of this place. It's the first thing I do when I move into an area. I actually Skynet it. I actually have things wired. I even got a drone port where I can have that thing will take off and I can basically patrol the neighborhood. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of cool. I love the build. I was going to do that to the last house. I was going to put a drone station on in the attic, but we didn't get around to doing that. I was too busy working on other things. So we got one here. We're building a drone station. So when the officers are out there, cameras have already picked them up. Already knew. And they know me. They're friends of mine. As a matter of fact, one of the officers, because the fellow here had a problem with a tenant that seemed like he didn't want to go away. So I said, do me a favor, call the police, put in a report. So I had to shoot him. It's on record that you had problems with him on the property. And when the officer came out, the same officer I met, we had a good conversation about their talking. I explained to him, look, I need for him to file the report because I'm licensed to carry, and if this guy comes up on the property and I have to put him down, I want it noted already in the police records that he has a problem with him. I'm here, I'm carrying, and if he comes up on the property, I'm going to protect the people on the property because there are people actually besides me, and I'm going to have to put him down. And I said, no problem. It's all written out. It's already in the police report. That's how I met the officer. That's when me and him got to talking and laughing out there. He said, yeah, well, I've had the same problem too. I'm not going to tell you about the rest of that. That was off record. Anyway. Let me see. Okay. Found you. I got you right here. It's your case ID right here. This is you. You contacted. Yeah, I got your information right here. Everything's here. All right, I got your case. I pulled your case up. This is your case update ID right there. We pulled it up. We're able to get our hands on it through this document over here. So this will allow me. I need this report today. All right, personal favorite transaction. Woo! Got it all here. Here's a pot of gold, baby. Pot of gold. Where's that post office thing? There's a pot of gold. We got you on that one. I needed that one on the document. Get this all together. I'm also going to file a fraud charge against you also today, showing that your company has been ripping customers off. So we have receipts on that, and that involves the perjury with the government and all that stuff like that. That's what that involves then. So we'll be filing another fraud charge against you today for that. I also did file a report with you with the task force for internet fraud. Your page is up there. I'm pretty sure they already contacted you already. And we can also tell them that, yeah, he did remove the website, but the website is not completely removed. It's a disconnect domain. We need the site to be completely wiped out. So they're going to contact Wix and let them know that your site needs to be removed because it's under investigation for fraud. And that includes your PayPal account. It's going to be also taken out too. We'll take that out too also too. This is what the post office fraud charges are, including you won't be able to ship anything from the United States Postal Service because of your charges. All right, let me see what we got here. All right, there. Now, chances are they're going to probably have you pay restitution, which means you're going to have to pay back just about anybody who's tied to anything, but whatever. If any complaints come up on your accounting thing, you're gonna be in part of it's gonna get pretty bad. You're gonna be a part of a lawsuit. Or actually, people can get a joint lawsuit on you. We paved the way. All right, what are they asking for here? They're asking for let's see, transfer number, money transfer service provided, name of them, postal so. All right, this is what we'll do. We'll just print this out and just send the whole thing over. Why not? And thank you to my customers for the orders. We really appreciate it, that have been supporting us while we've been dealing with this internet troll. So we really do appreciate that. All right, I need to get update on case. That's the case. Maybe that's a big train that comes through. This is a message, a transition from CROW. These are messages we can send you. This is messages he was sending to PayPal about the gunmetal. As you can see, he never contacted me. We did contact you or anything. It is gunmetal. It is gun. It is gunmetal. It is accurate, as intended, as his intentions are bad. I'm not playing games with this person anymore. Please block him, and I'm not refunding me. What the freak? See, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't make any sense when he writes. And I'm not refunding me. Did nothing, anything, did anything. And literally, when I read this stuff, I swear I feel like I'm having a stroke. Everything I did was what did he write? Everything I did was legit. Good gracious, man. Seriously. When I read your stuff, I literally feel like I'm having a stroke. A stroke. You know, like my speech is about to slur. What the freak are you writing sometimes, man? Literally, I can literally design a page and call you illiterate and back this up 100% by the stuff that you write. This is why you don't win any claims at all, period, because literally, I don't even know what you're talking about. They don't even know what you're talking about, and it sounds like a bunch of mumbo jumbo. It doesn't even sound professional. As you can see here, he never contacted me or anything. It is gunmetal, and it is accurate. His intentions are bad. I am not playing games with this person anymore. Please block him. PayPal doesn't block people. Please block him. And I am not refunding me. I'm not refunding me. It should be him. Why would you be funding yourself? Me. Did not, nothing. Oh my God. No, man, I am, gee whiz. This is how you carry yourself. You're going to get crushed in court. You're literally going to get crushed in court. You know why I chose the small claims court? Because again, like I said, we can drag you down to court all day. I can have this carry on for 2 or 3 months easy. But not only that, you don't have a lawyer in there. So no lawyer can speak for you. You have to speak for yourself. Which means if you can't speak in crystal clear sentences when they speak to you, if you can't explain things, you're going to have problems in there. That is the worst thing ever. I'm going to read through all your transcripts now. We got to post these things. These things are freaking crazy. Mind you, I've never gone through the transcripts before because I don't bother with, you know what I mean? I just bear what we got to do and move on. Gee, look, I'm bear with me. Read this mess. I'm going to post this stuff. This stuff is crazy. As you can see here, he never contacted me or anything. It is gunmetal. It is accurate. His intentions are bad. I am not playing games with this person anymore. Please block him. And I am not refunding me. I'm not refunding. Me did nothing. We did not nothing. Oh my God. Oh, we did not. Okay, me did nothing. Anything I did was legit and correct. Sorry and thank you for your time. This is why this website looks the way it does. Well, used to. His website's gone. And again, your website's not gone. You disconnected it. This information, Jamie, this is called the onslaught. So all this documents, everything, we're building a case. You're in the system now. You're physically in the system. The more stuff we drop into the system, the harder it is for you to fight a claim. So when you go to court, they're going to look through and see if there's any documents popping up. There's going to be government documents popping up. There's a lot of stuff popping up against you. They know, the police officers that come down, where your documents at the first one, they know about the process server. All that was submitted in there. That officer had to come down. All that's in there. So it shows that you're a person who is about trouble. This mess over here, on the other hand, this is a whole nother world of what the freak. This is the reason why I can't understand when I say that he doesn't understand anything about screen paint. He knows nothing about business at all, period. What is that? What the freak is this? And look at this. You can see what the top, where it came from. It says, you received a new message from CROW Screen Paint Mixes. That's Jamie. That's how he writes stuff in. I literally felt, I hate to say it, and I really don't, I'm sorry about people go through strokes. I had a friend of mine going through a stroke. You know, it's a bad ordeal. But the first thing that happens is your speech starts to slur pretty bad. And that right there makes you feel like you're going through a stroke. I got to print that out. I need more paper. I need a lot more paper. I'm printing out all the transcripts today. Gee whiz. That's a mess. You're not, I hate to say I don't know who it is, but Jamie, let me explain something to you. Don't bring anybody with you when I tell you this. Wherever you decide to bring with you for protection, you don't have enough. I'm going to just tell you that right from the door. You really don't have enough. This is organized. I'm going to leave it at that, but it's organized, if you know what I mean. You don't have enough. You just don't have it. I'm not going to mention any names because I don't want to get involved in this. Let me get something to drink. I don't want to get involved in this, but I'm going to put it this way. Whatever you get, you don't have enough. I'm going to just explain it to you. Oh, man. People. I never could understand. People can get themselves in this kind of trouble. I find this interesting because, like I said, when I was younger, I never did any of this stuff right here. I can tell I'm matured in my years. Because, Jamie, you act like I act like when I was a kid. That's how you act. That ranting and carrying on and talking about I'm a grown man. And I found I am 55 years old. That's interesting. You know what happens? This is what I do. This is how I deal with getting older. I actually jump my age. So I jump my age. So my birthday comes like, you're 56. I'm like, yeah. You know, it's not a big deal because I call myself 56 for a whole year. So the impact's not there anymore. And I really feel like I'm 55 years old. Oh, it sucks, man. I want to be 56. I'm enjoying being an older person. I really am. I'm keeping 56. I don't care. I'm keeping it. But anyway, I like being saying I'm 56. You know what I mean? But anyway, as I'm saying, I would have never been sitting here doing all this paperwork. Never. You would have been somewhere on the ground, face down, literally. But no, I would have never been doing the paperwork. But I like this part of me. I like the fact that I can do things in a calm manner. I seen you in there cursing me out, calling me bees and all stuff like that. You don't hear me over here cursing you out, calling you bees. I don't let that stuff get to me. I just do what has to be done. When you do dumb stuff, I just file more charges against you. That's what I do. But you, on the other hand, with the cursing and carrying on, that's not professional. That's not how you carry yourself. I got to keep all this stuff separated. Oh my goodness, I can't believe he wrote this like this. I literally thought I was having a stroke at one point reading this mess. I'll tell you something. He reminds me of Charlie. Is it Charlie on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where he wrote the speech for I forgot the guy's name. He wrote the speech for him and he said, "Give me money. Money now. I want power." You literally sound like that. This is how you're going to carry yourself in court. Man, you got no attorneys, nothing. It's just me and you in there. Speak clearly on that microphone when it comes up. This is going to be it's going to be a cakewalk anyway. Ugh. Okay. Now see, Jamie, the difference between me and you is that you get on camera, you slander me, you carry on. Me, I sit there and show documents, and I'm getting ready to get things set up for court. Excuse me. That's how I handle things. I don't call you bees and all that stuff like that, and curse you out, and I don't post anything about talking about family members. We don't do stuff like that at all, period. If I got a problem with you, I out you for the person that you are, which is a scammer. I show videos of you and videos, hardcore evidence that you know that you can never take me to court for slander for because you would commit fraud against yourself. So yeah, I just show evidence. And if I have a problem, we have to go farther than that. We go to the courts, which we're going today. So we have another post office fraud charge going out today for you. We have another set of charges here for the prank phone call, which they take extremely seriously, and they have your voice on the recording. Officers going to go in court and testify against you, the two officers that came up, and I know them. So we have your email here stating you know where I live at, and it has your email address attached to it, and we have the officer's report number right there. That's all I need. And we already have you in the system already. You're already in the system, so they already know who you are. On top of that, you're also in the FBI list too, on top of that, because we file those charges too. Now, these charges are going along with the FBI. And when I go down to the records building, I'm going to pick up the original charges we have against you, and we're sending those over to your landlord. With my attorney, we'll contact him to put pressure on him to remove you from the building. Remember, you bought it on yourself, doing dumb stuff. This is the consequences. And I think when you go through this really rough ordeal, you have two options. Either you're going to change your life when you come out, or you might not make it out at all. Because if you carry on the same way you carry on out here, like I said, in that place over there, you won't make it a day in there. Now, I said before, you are going home for the lawsuit. You're definitely going for that. You're going home for that. But the criminal charges, you won't. You have too many against you. They have to keep you. You might not even get bail. So you'll be processed and you'll be taken over to the prison. I'm going to show you where the prison's at. It's not that far. That's where they take them at when they're found. When they find them guilty in court, this is where you'll go to. I'll show you the building. It's actually a knit community. You can walk out of the post office, go to the courthouse. From the courthouse, I'll walk over, like I'm only about a block away, cross over to the police station. We'll pop out of there, and then I'll show you I'll do a little recording, and I'll show you where the prison's at. That's where you're going to be at. Because you got 4 now charges against you for basically the way you've been carrying on and acting up toward us. 4 sets of charges. Including this weird transcript, which, good gracious, I got to print this out. Give me money. Give me money now. Here we go. So you can see this, Jamie, crystal clear. It says you have received a new message. CROW Screen Paint Mixes. Also, too, mine, this is dated, so it also shows we have a fraud charge coming against Jamie. This is a fraud charge showing that basically his company was nothing more than just a scam. This is where we're going to present your documents. This is going to be your LLC. It's going to be posted, also showing that you committed perjury on government files. So that's also too going to be filed also today also against your company. This is going to bring up Better Business Bureau. Mind you, ahead of time, we already filed with different forms of agencies for your site to be put on a special list for fraud. So this is going to come up. It's going to coherent with what we already put up already. As I told you before, that if I fully pull the trigger, your life would disappear. This is the reason why I was trying to give you breaks, but no more. This is what you want. This is what you get. And I think it's not meant for me to give you a break. It really isn't. I think I turned the cheek enough, and the Lord's saying, you know what? No more. Go do what you have to do. And that's what I'm going to do. So let me get this printed out. We need this one right here. And yeah, his site, let me see, since we already got that document, we don't need it. And then you wonder why I take pictures and record everything. This is why. I can always go back to recording information. From your company standpoint, we're going to be posting transcripts from you from the posting pornography and abusing your website, posting our copyrighted materials. All that stuff is going to be in there involving your company and fraud. So we're going to build a case on that. And we had conversations with you back and forth. Even though your site's not there anymore, we still have videos and pictures of you basically sending us pornography and all kinds of weird stuff on your case, including text messages with racial slurs. All these will be forwarded over to agencies. Your emails that you sent over, they were forwarded over. Now, keep in mind, I'm explaining something to people at the end of the day. Next month, we're filing a conspiracy charge. After all these are done and stuff into the machine, everything's done, everything's filed, we're going to go in and we're going to file a conspiracy charge. If you had something to do with this, you were part of those emails, phone calls, anything that popped up, you will be a part of this. This is the base of it all. This is what we're setting the foundation for conspiracy. So anyone else that was caught in this, Partey, any one of y'all, Silent Wake 5, you're screwed because you're going to be a part of the conspiracy charge. What do you think? I'm stupid at the end of the day? Come on now. I deal with companies all the time. You guys is too easy. And Danny, we have an email from you cursing me and sending me threats. Do we not? All right. Let me see. We got a printout on this one right here. Give me a printout of this right there. I need that right there for the transcript. And we need to go over and find your file, Jamie. We have files on you. Let me see. Now, you consider this to be ranting. No, Jamie, what you do is ranting. What I do is basically handle business. That's what it's called. This is why I don't have to sit behind a machine and blah, blah, blah. I have documents that we can take you to court and file documents against you and have people come to your front door and serve you. The difference between officers coming to my door is we sit out there and joke and laugh about how much of an idiot you are. The officers that will be coming to your door, well, they'll be putting handcuffs on you and taking you away. If you're still in the building after we send your landlord these documents over to them. And explain to them the situation and your LLC that's attached to his business establishment, which we need to know if he has any involvement with you. And he's going to get rid of you after this. You're going to get a nice little eviction tag right on your door. This is why you don't do dumb stuff. Explain to you over and over again. Stop doing dumb stuff. Oh, there we go. These are your transcripts right here. I'm just gonna post these for fun because these are just hilarious. Your English is, I'm not saying your English, but get somebody else to write this at the end of the day. That's horrible, absolutely horrible. Gee whiz, like really? You wrote a website with this? Ugh, I would have just paid someone to do it. All right, let me get this real quick. Let me see. And you lied. You literally lied. To right here, this is a file. Here's the seller message from you. Yeah, you lied to PayPal. That's why you lost the claim, and I won. I won every single one of them, every single one, because you lie, and they know you lie. As a matter of fact, this is for The gunmetal. Oh my God, I forgot. This is a transcript from the gunmetal. We got to send this in. See the date on it? This is the date right here. 6/9/2025. This is where he lost his claim, where he sent this over the scam, where he scanned this on what is it? The Frankenstein. So he sat there and said it was always the same gunmetal. He didn't change anything to it at all whatsoever. But clearly you can see in the shopping carts when we recorded it, he actually changed the color of it at the last minute when he shipped it out and said this is a complete different product. And then went to PayPal and lied to them and said he didn't change it at all, period. Liar. All you do is lie right there. As you can see here, I never contacted me. We never contacted you. Okay, we never contacted you at all. I got emails showing we did contact you. Let's see, me or anything. It is gunmetal and it's accurate. No, it's not accurate. Not about that shopping cart stand by. That shopping cart showed a different product and you didn't send us the same product. Completely different. And if it was the same thing, you would have won your claim. It is accurate. His intentions are bad. I am not, no, I'm not making this up what he spells. But he writes things. I am not playing games with this person anymore. Please block him. And I am not refunding me. Now, is it I am not refunding me? Or is it, oh, gee whiz, am I going caveman with this one? I am not refunding me. Or is it me did not? Oh, gee, I hope that's not what he was trying to say. Not refunding. Me did nothing. Me did nothing. Oh, me did nothing. Everything I did was was legit and correct. Sorry, no. Buddy. I'm just trying to read this where it sounds somewhat intelligent because you're making me sound illiterate. All right, let me see here. I'm not playing games with this person anymore. Please block him. And I am not refunding. Me did nothing. We did nothing. Everything I did was legit. Was legit. No, man. Ugh. I just want to go through a freaking spelling check over that thing. Here's your bunch of other documents right here. You lied at PayPal. Right there. We use that for your company. That's basically your company committing scams. Let's see what else we got over here we can pull up on you. We got your whole file here. Might as well dig up the rest of the stuff. Let me see. This is another contact. Another contact by CROW. I got another one here came from him. Let me see this right here. This is a transaction ID. Yeah, this is another one we need right here. We're waiting for CROW to respond. All right, that's the wait for CROW to respond. So this is right here, another transaction. This is a respond back. They just contacted him. Look at the date on it. We need to send this over. This is going to on the post office claim. I have to send them two envelopes on this one. So this one we need right here. Phew, man. Round, baby. Right back at you, buddy. My table's gonna be covered in paperwork. Covered in paperwork. I'm already stacked already. Ugh. All right, I'm taking this, and this. And we need your address for the other one. Did I print the address out? I print the address for this side. We need this, but you're already in the system already, so they already know where you live at. That's why the guy sat there and said, wait, is this Jamie Fernando Gonzalez? Like, no, it's the same person. He just does this stuff for trolling us at the end of the day. So, okay, no problem. He said, here's your information right here. You need to go down and get this taken care of. Now, like I said, officer took the call and all that. We came out. They had to be there to testify. And as you said, you didn't know where I lived at, right? Yeah, this is an email you sent to my account right here under my Crystal Edge page. You marked it as CROW 1176. There's your email. And there's you posting our address and talking trash about the garage that we're living in. So you know exactly where I lived at. And then for some reason, this fellow pops up by the name of Mike Fernando that actually this trace came from California. And yeah, your voice is on the recording. Now, like I said, for each time that we file, we got to file. We got 4 criminal charges that are being, well, actually 2 are already filed. We got 2 more that are being filed. Each criminal charge is basically going to be linked to a lawsuit, because after I get done winning the court, the criminal case, I'm going to sue you in a lawsuit case after that. And again, like I said, this is where we're going to be dragging you back and forth over here to Philadelphia, Allentown or Pennsylvania. Now, mind you, while you're going back and forth, you triggered 2 people in my family that are heavily connected, and you got to deal with them. It depends on, they got contacts in your neck of the woods, because that's the first thing they said. Oh, he's from there? Yeah, they got contacts over there. So I'm not going to say, put it this way, in a nicer way of saying it. Who knows when you wake up tomorrow morning, who's going to be watching you? Because anybody else, you sit there and say, nobody, yeah, buddy, people can't stand it when you mention their name into something they have nothing to do with at all. I've seen bar fights break out where people will come in and start fighting each other because somebody said something to somebody about somebody, and the first thing they'll say is, hey, don't put, oh, as a matter of fact, perfect example, the whole Will Smith thing that went on at the Oscars. People get triggered over stuff like that. But the thing about it is, you triggered off 2 people in the family that, yeah, that are connected. That's where you messed up at. And the first thing they said when they contacted me, who is he and where does he live at? Because I'm going out to knock his teeth out. I don't know him. I don't know anything who he is and what he's about. What does he know about me to bring my name up on YouTube? And I said, I can't give you that information because I'm filing criminal charges against this guy and everything, and I'm not jeopardizing myself at the end of the day. He said, fine, we'll find him either way. They went through my YouTube channel. That's how they found you. They found you through your LLC. So what are you going to do? How are you? You can't talk to them. They don't want to hear that. Okay, well, okay, you just deal with it. That's what you got to deal with now. Again, this is how I handle business. This is how they handle business. I got nothing to do with that. That's your problem. You brought that up. You didn't have to mention them. You didn't get them involved. You could have mentioned me and all the places I lived at. I got no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I've never hid that. I've actually showed, why in the world would I hide that to begin with? I'm moving to a new place, a better place. I'm just showing the places I moved to. Just because I moved to multiple places makes me a scammer. So let me get this straight. Let's see. Let's help you with the with where I lived at since I was first started off, my first place. Let's see if I can remember how far back. I lived at, and I remember all my places where I lived at. I lived at a building at let's see, 2330 North Park Avenue in North Philadelphia. The other places I'm not bringing up because I had ties in those areas. I'm not bringing it up. I don't talk about those areas. But this is where I lived at. The first place I lived on my own would be that spot right there. I was there for about 10 years in that spot. I lived there for 10 years. You didn't know me. I wasn't on YouTube. I was working on computers and didn't have any social media accounts, nothing pretty much, you know. I mean, I was just, didn't have it. I was just living there, 2330. So I was there for a bit. I was there for about a good 10-year spread. And then from there, I left from there and I moved into a room. I stayed in the room for about a good, maybe, I say roughly 5 months. From there, I left the room and I moved to an area called Jerome Street in Huntington Park, right around the corner from GameStop. I was living over there. I lived over there for around 6 months. After a while, I got tired of living there. I wanted to move out of the room. I wanted to be around people that I knew because my family was on the other end in Germantown Avenue, and I wanted to be over there with them. And this is where I met a guy by the name of Howard, where me and him became extremely good friends, and I got to know his family, and this is where I planted ties over in that neighborhood over there with them. This is how I met my buddy June, TK, all of them came from me moving in that section over there, so I was quite affiliated with there because I lived in Philadelphia for quite a long time. So I moved over there and I lived over there, and that's the little rented room that you see where I rented Digital One Crystal screen paint. That's where it all started, in that little tiny room and that building I was living in. I was over there for probably a good maybe a couple years. I'd say about 2, 3 years I was over there. And then that's where around the time I met my ex over at Family Dollar. And I decided that I needed something better for both of us. And this is where I applied for an application for a house. And the first house I got was a little small house. It was on August Street. I lived over there for 1 year. But the house was getting smaller. You know, we bought a lot of stuff and we outgrew the place. And I did want something a little bit bigger. I didn't like the fact that the minute you walk out the door, bam, you're right in the street. I hated that so much, so much. I wanted something where if I walked out, I had a little porch out there or something. And that's something that, like, it had a nice backyard, but I just didn't like that part right there. So I went and got myself another house that year, the next year, after we got done with our lease. Turned in the keys, went to the same agency because we already had credit with them. And I got another house. I got a house on Peach Street where I moved over there. I was at Peach Street for 1 year. Peach Street was nice. I had a nice little deck outside. But the deck outside was a little rickety and everything, but it didn't have a backyard. And that's what I didn't like about that. Ah, man, I tell you, people, I don't hide nothing from anybody at all, period. I back everything. Well, you leaving already? Because I know all the places that I lived at. So I don't mind telling about where I lived at. But the mistake you made was you pulled up some family members. That's the mistake you made. They don't have anything to do with this. You thought you were being funny at the end of the day. You literally put your life in danger. You got to come down to here to deal with this. And you triggered them off at the end of the day. So they're not going to let that slide. Because not only did they see it, but all their associates that were circling around this video, they saw it too also. And they're triggered. Yeah, you did too much. That's what they call doing too much. Doing dumb stuff and doing too much. Man, people just get themselves in all kind of trouble. Let me see. So, a little trip down memory lane while I'm doing all your paperwork over here for you. Well, it has to be done. Let's go down to... Oh, no, wrong keyboard. Got 2 keyboards over here. Now, these are all the places I moved to. Right here. Moving day, moving day, moving day. What I got to hide, Jamie? I sat here and posted on YouTube, we're moving to a new place. Hey, we're not going to be at this many place anymore. We're moving to a new place. Why did I move? Why not? I'm upgrading to bigger houses. You stayed in the same exact apartment. You've been in that apartment since I've been in that little tiny room. My technology has evolved to better technology. I'm able to make more cash flow, and I moved. I've had houses already. I can show you where every place I moved at. This right here, where it says moving to a bigger house. Right there. Posted it. That's my old workshop and down there in the basement. So I got tired. I liked the house and all, but I mean, it was nice and all, but it wasn't, there was things about the house that I wanted more. So I wanted a nice gourmet kitchen, you know what I mean? I wanted a really nice place. Even though the place I moved into was smaller, this was a much bigger place, it didn't have a backyard. Now, the other place didn't have a backyard, but what caught me about the other place was it had a porch, which means, well, this one had a porch too, but it had a gourmet kitchen in it, and I wanted a gourmet kitchen. That's what I wanted. That's the only reason why I got the house, because of the gourmet kitchen. But when I came, I said, oh, shoot, I got a fireplace, and I was looking to Austin. I can put a 235, put one in here. That's when I moved from here. So this was 6 years ago. 6 years ago, you still been in the same apartment. There's my giant screen right there. So what am I hiding if I'm posting, hey, I'm moving to a bigger house? That's the last showing on the screen right there. The last time before I take it down. This is the basement area that I'm cleaning up and getting ready to move out. Yeah. So you're showing my address is like it's some big thing at the end of the day. Man, I've been showing this off at the end of the day. It's me tearing down all my stuff, getting ready to move to a bigger place. That's all. That doesn't make me a scammer. That means my company's doing well because I'm moving to bigger places. And then when I finally left that big house, because the house I was living in was quite big, I sat there and thought to myself, I'm tired of this. I don't want to pay any more money for this. I don't want to pay any more money there. The reason why I did all this is because I was in a relationship and I had someone I was supported and taken care of. Other than that, it was just me. It wouldn't make a difference on where I laid my head at because I was good either way. All this was done for somebody else. It was nice to have something else besides living in a tiny little room and then moving in because my room was small. It's a tiny room. But, also I did it for somebody else to give them a better life. So I worked hard, made sacrifices, and did better things for them. Let me see. Which one was this one? Here it says right here. I'm back. This is the new place I just moved into right here. And I put up a 235.1 screen. I don't freaking hide where I moved to. I don't do that. I was right there. You try to make me look like a bad guy at the end of the day. Oh, you're skipping places from here to here. No, Jamie, I'm not stuck in the same freaking place. Because if I want something better, I move. My company's doing good. Why not? That's what people do. They upgrade. They don't stay in the same spot for freaking years. You know how long you've been in that same spot? This is my new spot. Right here. Moving to, just getting set up. Got debris and stuff in the hallway because we're moving stuff in. That's my ex-girlfriend's gaming room in there that I'm setting up for her. There's all the giant teddy bears that I got for him and action figures and stuff. There's stuff you do when you're in a relationship. You spend countless and tons of money, which I did. Everything that she needed to set up and beyond that. Going downstairs, this is my setup downstairs. Quite different than the other place. This place was actually a lot more better than the other one because it was more detailed. That's why. You want to sit there and rank on me about living in a garage. Dude, I can sit there and say I've had the experience of living in multiple houses. How about you? No, you haven't. You stayed in the same cramped place for years. And even when I'm here and I'm done working on this place, it will be 10 times better than your apartment. So I don't hide anything at all. I was happy because God blessed us to be able to move to other places. And by the way, people, this is when my credit score was 512. I told you at the end of the day, my friend was like, how'd you get this nice place and everything? We were around City Line Avenue, right around the corner from a major shopping area. We was in a fantastic high area. I was surprised we got it for that cheap because the houses around there when I was looking at this rent for like $2 and $3 grand easily. This is City Line Avenue. This is an upscale area, very upscale. But people none were so bougie. Oh, they were so bougie. My goodness. There's the Batman over there. So that right there is the setup for my. So you're going to go into my, and he moved to this address and he moved to that address. Big deal. What, are you jealous or something? How about you move out of it? Well, you're going to be moving out of there real soon. You're about to get an eviction notice. That's definitely coming. I guarantee that 100% bar none. Jamie, I'm going to tell you something. I would not be getting this document from the courts right now to send over to your landlord. I wouldn't have gone down that road because I don't like to go down that road. But the route, maybe what you pushed me to go on the road is when you had the officers come to my house. That's why I'm getting you an eviction notice. That's what triggered that. When you do dumb stuff like that, that goes, oh, gee whiz, we got to go to this level now. I got multiple levels to deal with you. So now we got to go to this level now. So that's where we're at. And I'll show you the documents if you think I'm joking. Go pick them up today. You can watch me walk from one unit to the next. So I got to turn the cameras off when I'm going into these facilities to get this paperwork done. Screen. See the condensed lighting? Right here. I'm going to do it right here in a widescreen 235.1 format. All right, so it has built-in speakers in the ceiling too, which I'm going to be wiring to the home theater system. So yeah, I'll just show you right there how amazing. I love this place. I do. You hear it now? Yes, the creaking. So I got to get the floor padded. So it's a fireplace. Outside is gorgeous. Told you this house is amazing. I love this house. I love it. All right. So, yeah, you hear it? Yeah, that's when I gotta get the floor padded. All right. So over here we have the dining room with the condensed lighting. I love condensed lighting. And it's still packing, so you're still gonna see stuff laying all over the place. Oh, the fish tank. There's the fish tank. Just bought a fish tank. I'll get me a fish tank. I forgot about that. Taco, we're getting a fish tank. Tiny fish right there. And look at the kitchen. Here, there's my screens and stuff on the floor. There's paint brought in. Look at this. Look at the kitchen. Gourmet kitchen. All that. I had a freaking conventional oven, which we're going to put in here. I got a conventional air fryer coming in for that. So we don't need this and this. She never used this at all. She was terrified of using it. Like, use it. Try it out. You never know. This thing baked bread so fast it wasn't even funny. I was like, man, don't even bother with this. I don't even bother with this and this. Every once in a while, I'll cook something on top of this. If I was eating something real quick, but I really never bother with this. This is where I was at. This is my baby right here. But, yeah, we had the giant crock pot. Everything in here, man. Kitchen had a nice, beautiful color to it and everything. Pretty cool, huh? This is beautiful. I love this place. I freaking love it. So, still, you know, this is a blessing from God. I'm telling you, this is a... So, you're going to shame me on a blessing from God. Because, you know, when I sit there, it's interesting how things worked out for me. And when I get houses, I look at something. I print it up and I put it in the Bible and I get it. Did you know that's how I got all these houses? I print up a house that I want, and I pray on it, and I put it in my Bible, and the Lord makes it happen. When I saw this place over here, I called in here, and they said, the guy told me that he already rented it out. So I said, well, you know, hey, that's it. I'll find some other place. I was just looking for a little small place that I can work on, and I was all excited about this whole tiny home adventure, but I needed some place I can work on. And I kept praying to find a place. Something would be under wouldn't cost me a ton of money, and some place that I can work in. Keep in mind, Jamie, if I wouldn't make any money, you know how much money I got to sink into this place to get it to look like what I want to get it to look like? Yeah, it's cost a little bit of money to do it. It's not a lot. It's not like expensive like I was doing a house or anything, but it still costs money at the end of the day. So again, you know, if I was so broke for them, I wouldn't be to fix this place up the way I want to. That'd be virtually impossible. And there's stuff right here on the walls. It's not cheap. But anyway, but that's what I prayed for. But it's interesting how I put this place in the Bible. And even though it wasn't available, it's funny because on the day that I sat there in the park, I contacted this place again. The Lord said, call the place again. And I called it again, and the guy picked up. He was just about to remove the listing from the ad because he was upset with the last person who was here. And the last person here didn't do right by him. And he was very upset about it. And I contacted him and said, look, man, you know, hey, look, I'm not going to cheat you. I'm going to come down. I got the money. No problem. I want to have a look at it. And he said, sure, so and so and so. Now, pardon me, mind you, when you're dealing with Craigslist, I bought a lot of my stuff from Craigslist. A lot of my places I rent from Craigslist. You could run into scams and all that stuff like that. So, you know, I had faith because I prayed on the Lord about it, and he said it was good. So I went down. I got here before him. I always get there before anybody else. One time, when I'm looking at a place, two things I like to do. I go in when it's raining, because when it's raining, you can't hide leaks. And another thing, too, is nighttime. How urban is the neighborhood? Because sometimes the neighborhood may look nice in the morning, but at nighttime, it could be a whole entire freak show out there. So, yeah, this place is extremely crowded. I'm going to do a walkthrough at night to show you exactly. There's nobody out here, like literally nobody out here. I don't even see 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't see nobody out here. There's barely nobody out there at all, period. Like, nobody. But anyway, when I came down here, like I said, I sat in the park, and I could have gone back to the apartment. Easily, I could have gone back to the apartment. But I didn't want to go back to the apartment. I know I wouldn't be happy there, and I was tired of it, and I was tired of going through depression and everything I was going through. So I sat in the park, and I took the leap. The money was in my account. I watched it transfer into my account, and the Lord said, so what do you want to do? And I was like, I'm going to take the garage. So I walked out here. I met the guy who was in here working out on the bag, and me and him got to talking. He trains in martial arts. I train in martial arts, and we got to talking and laughing and having fun. And we walked out to the park, and as we showed me the creek, and I was like, wow, I really like this place, man. I freaking love it. And I said, well, look, man, I'm serious. I know you've been through stuff. You got burnt. I got your back. Don't worry about it. I got you. I'm gonna come back in here and take care of this. I came in, I snapped a picture of the money, I sent it to him. I said, this is I'm showing you at the end of the day, I'm not joking with you, I'm not playing no games. I went down, picked up my money order, snapped a picture, sent it over to him, said, I'm a man of business. I'm not gonna joke with you on that. So when I came down here and I saw everything, he says, because I was gonna use this place as like a work studio or something, you know what I mean? And he was like, you want to live here? And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. I said, yeah, that's pretty cool. I said, I've been looking for some place to do a project. Can I work in here? Can I really turn this place into something really cool? He said, yeah, go ahead. Coolest person I ever met in my freaking life. Literally said, build whatever you want in here. I designed the lease for this place. You know, I just signed my contract for this place. I designed it. And it's a nice contract because it benefits both of us on top of that. And then he was talking about how he didn't have time to cut the grass in the front and stuff like that. And you know, I like to do yard work at the end of the day. And I was like, well, can I do it? And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah, I want to do it, man. Last place I was cutting the grass. Like everybody else having a ball with that lawn equipment and all that stuff. Like, I would love to do that. And he was like, cool, okay. I would like to get one of those robots here, which we really don't need, but I want one because it'd be fun. But we have the staircase coming down here and it might destroy it. No, it won't. It has a sensor. I can put that sensor line up there. That'd be cool to have it come out in the port and just cut the grass. But he said I can do the yard in the front. I'll redo his yard. I got a buddy coming in to tear up his cement. He don't need it, but we're going to do it anyway because I'm going to put a cobblestone display to do the backyard because I want pictures of it all when I get done with it. And this is experience. This is experience for me on top of that. So, yeah, he came out there and gave me free roam. So I installed all my cameras through here. Got security systems wired through this whole entire place from back to front. I'm actually doing the painting inside, so I'm painting out his upstairs and downstairs, which he needs done. And he just bought it past me. He says, I can pay you. I can take it off the rent. No, you ain't taking anything off the rent. I love doing this. I got your back. This is how I treat my people at the end of the day. This is why at the end of the day, that when you guys try to contact people at the end of the day and try to bring bad blood, you can't bring bad blood. You're going to bring danger in your life. That's what you're going to bring. That's what's going to happen. It's going to go the wrong way. They're going to take it out on you. Like, why in the way you contacted my man? My man had my back since day one, and you coming in here treating him like this. You're going to get yourself hurt. And he already got himself hurt because, like I said, he mentioned some people he shouldn't have mentioned. He already got himself in trouble. That's how I treat people when I come down here. I got a snowblower I just ordered that for the front and for the whole block. I can go from one up to the block and up the other end. Now, do I need to do this? No. Do I want to do this? Yes. It's a snowblower. I never had one before. That's why I'm buying one, because I want one. But the cool thing about it is I can shovel the whole walk in no time at all. And I know I got elderly people that live on this side of the blocks. When I walk through a neighborhood, I like to survey the entire neighborhood to know exactly what is all about this neighborhood, who lives in the neighborhood, what's it all about. So on this side of the block, on this side, we got a lot of old people who live over here. And they have a problem shoveling their walk. Well, I'm going through with my blower. I'm going to shovel the whole block from one end, come out the other end, have some fun with my machine. I got a machine I bring out, and it salts the ground and everything. I'm going to have a ball out here. On top of that, building a good, strong relationship with the neighborhood, which I always do anywhere I land my head at. There you go. I take care of people when I come down to a neighborhood. So, again, this is going to get you in some trouble. A lot of trouble. And also, too, I told you, my friend across here is a police officer. He was out there when the officers were out there, and he was talking to them. And we're laughing and joking back and forth. I said, yeah, I got this freaking internet troll, so-and-so and so. Well, he got your information now. You do too much. Did I print this out? Oh, yeah, we did. We need this. So, no, I ain't trying to hide where I live at. I was celebrating where I live at. But, yeah. So, yeah, orders are back on. I'm back online. Just had Comcast come in today and just reset everything up again. The next stage is the basement is nice. I got a good sized basement as always. It's not as big as the other one, but it's a good sized basement. It does have a laundry room, some other cool stuff. I'm going to be setting up a shop down there and start my work. And I just freaking love this place. Yeah, it's so freaking cool. But yeah, so I'm only going back to work. So that's the other place I moved to. This is at 2447. I think it is over there. Yeah. All right. This is where I got the keys for the, well, this is the apartment. This is where I moved into the other place, because from there, I moved to this place over here. This is the big house I moved to. I record myself walking through that place, trying to see if I did. Yeah, that's our new part of the basement. We worked in the other place. Well, I'll just show you this one up here because I got paperwork I got to get done. Because I got to be out of here at 9 o'clock. Man. So this is the house that I moved into. So this house right here is the house I live on Havenshire Street. So the other house, I like that one, but this place had a backyard, had a driveway, had a front yard, had an amazing kitchen, was huge, big kitchen. It had I don't know how you would call it. It was like a living room within a living room, because I had a little section over here, and that area was big enough for me to put a whole entire furniture set in there. I had a love seat and I had a full sofa in there. And then here, this was another section with a burning real fireplace. The fireplace, we used it from time to time, but I had to stop using it because it was making me sick because of the respiratory issues. That was a big house. Full-size attic, full-size furnished basement. It was big. I had a deck. I can literally walk through this area and come out the other and go out the deck and go out. It was huge. It was huge. But then when me and my ex separated in this place, I thought to myself, this is way too big. It's just too much. I'm not building for anybody anymore. I'm just building for me and a cat. At the end of the day, it's unnecessary for me to be here. And I left. And then I moved over into this spot over here. I went to my sister's house, which these are the people you shouldn't have mentioned. This is what's going to get you at the end of the day. I'm going to add what's going to happen to them, but I know it's coming. This is where I moved in with them. And the first thing she said when I came in there, if there's a problem with this individual, it can be taken care of. So it better not come here. And you bought it there. Do dumb stuff, man. Like I said, whoever you know, whoever you got in your family, I'm explaining to you simple and clear. It's not enough. You don't have enough. Honestly, you really don't. They're either going to get you here, or they're going to get you out there, or they can get you when you're in the prison system. Either way, they're going to get to you. They got ties. I mean, heavy. I'm going to leave it at that. You'll figure it out. You'll find out. Let's go over to such and so. Let me see. I had friends like that were heavily connected, would come over and say, hey, look, man, here's the deal. Everybody got them. If you do have them, I had them. I have them at the end of the day. These are the kind of people that if you have a problem, they will come up there and take care of it quickly. But they will also tell you, look, chances are I'm going to jail. And if you're not willing to go to jail, don't call me. Literally, I got friends like that. Now, I've already did my time. I had to go through my trial. I got my life together. This is why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it now. I went through all that stuff already. I've been through all that bull crap already. I got sick and tired of it, and I didn't want to live that life anymore. And I decided to change my ways. At least they caught me when I was young, when I was 16. And the good thing about it is I did all that time when I was 16, because if I did it when I was older, that's a lot of times. 8 years and 9 months I had to go through. 8 freaking years and 9 months of something I would never, ever get that time back ever again. Yeah, rather I did it when I was young than do it when I was older. So this right here is when I was living at my sister's, and I got the apartment for the new place. First main tenant for my company is Black Series Edition LLC. We got another company coming up called our Advanced Ambulance Projection Exotic Collection. So it's my hand right there showing my keys to the apartment that I ended up hating. Now, that was my fault. People say, well, you know, it was the Lord. No. That was my fault. I could have waited and got a house. No, but then again, you know, I thought about that. Like, maybe it was meant for me. Maybe, I don't know. When I think about it, sometimes when you make these mistakes, God basically uses that for a blessing. You can get a blessing out of something. God doesn't make mistakes. I made that mistake because I let the trolls pressure me. When I was sleeping in there, laying in the laundry room, I kept going up and I kept looking for places, and it was hard to get to do it. I was paying all these fees and stuff like that, and it became such a headache. to just find a place. Because mind you, I have ties already established in Philly. I got a renter's history out there. I can easily get property out there with no problem because I got a renter's history out there. Over here, I don't have one at all, period. So I'm just starting off. But there was a lot of places that I applied for. I was eligible for them, but they were just so finicky and fickle about their freaking application. In one application, they wanted to know what was my advancements in college, what was my major, what did I graduate. Really? On an application? One of them wanted to know exactly what was Taco's blood type. That kind of stuff. So it's a way of screening out if you have pit bulls or certain breed of dog that they can't say discrimination or whatever. It's the way that them get around it, or maybe they just don't want you in there because you're wrong color. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in those applications. But anyway, couldn't really find a place, and going back out and every day trying to find a place. And I'm a man at the end of the day. No, I do not want to be living in a laundry room. I don't. I want my own place at the end of the day because that's the way I am. I'm a man. I've been that way since day one. So I finally found a place. I found a place over there, and I should have something told me not to get it. I had all the feeling in the world tell me, don't sign that lease. Don't sign it. And I signed it anyway. So I can show off my screens in a big area, and I could basically show that, you know, I'm still doing good, and even though I was doing good, but I wanted to prove it. That's the dumbest thing I could have did. And when I got into that place, I was like, I hate this place so freaking much. I had to go through 8 months in that place. Can't believe I sat in that place for freaking 8 months. And that's when I sat across the park and I saw this place and I liked it. I liked everything about it. And I said, Lord, I like this place. I want this place. It wasn't available when I wanted it. It wasn't ready for me yet. And then when it was ready for me, the Lord said, you make your decision. What do you want? And I said, I want to move here. And he says, well, so be it. And when I came here and he opened up the garage, I was like, oh, you know, this is the biggest garage. I walked down this whole strip from here to here. This is the biggest garage on this strip. The biggest garage. I could have ended up in any one of these garages. It could have been any one of these garages. Remember, I never saw the outside of the garage. I only saw the inside. So I'm trying to, when I first came down here, I came down here before he came down here, and I was looking at the garages. I'm trying to figure out which one it is. Like, which one it is. Because I didn't have the address to the building. I just had where it was on 5th Street. So when I walked down, I saw the garages. So I went to the back and I walked around. And I was like, gee, I hope I ain't one of these, because these things are really small. Like, I mean, I can make it work. I've been in smaller places, but, you know, I'd really like to have this one here on the corner. This is really nice. So I like this one. And the entire time, it was like, that is yours right there. That's yours right there. And I said, this would be nice. I can really hook it up. It's got a beautiful area next to the park. I noticed that. I thought there was going to be garages all around it and all that stuff like that. But yeah, it's beautiful. And I'm walking around the neighborhood, you know, and checking out the neighbors and stuff like that. Everybody's quiet. Everybody's nice. Everybody's polite. Very nice area. I'm like, all right, this is nice. I like this. And then I went to the park, and that's when I sat down. And the Lord asked me again, is this what you want? And I was like, yes, what I want. I want this. I want to live here. And I said, okay, so be it. So I came back. I met the owner. Owner was cool as on the what. Like I said, we work out. He works at the gym. I was supposed to be going to get a gym membership to work with him. He goes to the gym. We work out. We don't work out, but we're going to be going to the gym to work out together. He studies jiu-jitsu. I used to study taekwondo. So we basically clicked on that level right there. Sometimes we spar back and forth. We had some fun. I got a chance to meet his family. His kids are awesome at the end of the day. They're cool. They're gamers at the end of the day. So I'm going to be hooking up a big screen at his place for them to watch Frozen and other movies and TV shows and games and stuff like that. Beautiful people. The people at the house on this end, they're very nice. They're very polite. You know what I mean? I met everybody in there. It's just a really nice area. I met the police officer across the street, which I didn't know was an officer because I walked outside with an MK-12 under my arm to go to the back of the garage. And he was like, hey, you got papers for that? And I was like, yes, I do. And I was like, got over and started talking to him, and I was showing him the gun and everything. It was pretty nice. They had modifications on it, got suppressor on it, got shell catchers on it. That is the one that doesn't have the C-mags. I got one that has an extended clip with impact rounds, but I didn't have the rounds on me when I was walking out the door. I did have the gun on me, so he was looking at that. He's like, "You need a suppressor?" Yeah, you can get a suppressor for an MK-12, like very easy. And I was showing like one with C-mags and one with the extended clip. I also got an AA-12 with dual C-mags. Well, actually with the C-mags on it, but they're duals on them. And that thing is heavy. You have to wear a shoulder strap, and it has to be fired at the hip. Has a massive recoil to it. It was actually pretty nice. But anyway, we're in there talking about stuff back and forth. And he said, well, I collect too. And I'm thinking he got like, okay, you're an officer. You got to have like, he collects Civil War weapons. It is freaking amazing down there in his basement. It's like walking into like a Civil War area. He's got all kinds of cool stuff down there. He's got this little table, and it has little statues on it, like, you know, like they're doing some, and it's crazy. Everything from that era. It's beautiful down there. I'm like, wow, this is insane. Like all that stuff it's crazy. So he has different weapons he collects. So me and him became really good friends. So it's a nice area, but they do know you, so you know that. He knows you, and the officers are out there, they know you. So you know that. So they'll be coming up in court. They got to testify about what he did. But anyway, yeah, so I moved into that place. I shouldn't have moved into it to begin with. And then the place I found here, I liked it. And I was talking about the whole entire time when I was in that place, I was talking about tiny homes, getting to a tiny home, getting a small place I want to build in. Look, boom, I got a place I can work on. But this joker at the end of the day is full of hatred. So he says, oh, and the first he tried to shame me by moving here. No, you didn't shame me. You didn't have nothing. What I chose is what God chose me to have. I like this place, and he asked me that I wanted, and I moved here. That's what I did. And I love every minute of it. And I know you want to try to shame me and feel bad, and my business is not working right because I have to live in a garage. I'm rebuilding the garage. I'm putting in stuff like copper sinks and all kinds of beautiful things I want to have in here at the end of the day to make this place livable and very nice. And then I'm going to move on and get something better and build something there. But you want to shame me at this. And then when you can't shame me, when you can't basically use this to pretty much tear me down, then you want to do dumb stuff like call the police out here to my residency and mention, you know, connected family members about putting them on YouTube and putting them on blast. Yeah, okay. You want to play that game? You got it then. You got it. All right, so we move from here and we move into the garage. But I didn't record anything on the garage when I moved in. It's because, again, I wanted to get everything ready and get it set up. And I made the announcement that, yeah, I moved into a garage. I made the decision. Way before you came on and started slandering me for making the decision to live here, I did shoot a video and explain exactly where I was at and what I was doing. And I was 100% behind my decision. When I came here, it had a festation of crickets. It had air shooting out all through the cracks and all through the corners and under the door. This wall over here was gray. The walls behind us were wood, and they had to be re-stained because they didn't use proper wood in here. Actually, it is proper wood, but it would need to be treated. So I had to treat all the wood in here. Everything had to be sprayed. Dry lock the floor. He power washed the floor and everything here. I had to dry lock the floor. I had to come in here and hand paint the beams they have in, because I all want them all individual black. That took some time right there to get done. So, and then on top of that, insulation, which I'm still doing. And after that, to have a drywall truck come up here, and we got to insulate the floor, raise the floor, install the bathroom. It's a lot of work in here, but I'm enjoying every minute. I'm loving it. I'm documenting it. But unfortunately, I got to take time out of my day and out of my business because I got new technology coming out in 2024. We got this new ALFA CINEMAX. We got to test. We got an Imperial gunmetal. I got to upgrade the website. I got to bring in all new labels. I still got paperwork to finish before we can even launch the 2024 technology. That's not even done yet. Yeah, I got a lot on my plate. And then I got to deal with this freaking adolescent child at the end of the day that doesn't know how to act like an adult. So I got to file all this paperwork today, including the paperwork I already got filed, and go down to these agencies to submit all this information so we can bring your butt into court, get you locked up somewhere so you can stay out of my life so I can get the things that I got to get done. This is not retaliation, Jamie, because you're an idiot. It's to get you out of the way so I can continue to work and get things done. Because you don't know how to act like an adult. Oh, where the freak is my, I got to send over the cease and desist order. And I think I got the printout. Well, that's for the case for this company. That'd be something else. I'm going to go through all this dumb nonsense. Let me see. This is for just a transaction dispute. This is it right here. Ugh. This is it. We got everything we need. So we can get that ready. Let me see. Okay, there's a knife. Okay, that's perfect. This is for the, this is a separate case. That's a separate case that's being taken care of. This will be taken care of. I'll file this today. Let's see. This is your company and all your information. I'm sending this over to the post office. This is for your second claim. This is your receipt. Right there. With your date and tracking number and all that stuff attached to it. And most importantly, your face is sitting on the receipts. This is an open and shut case, Jamie, so you know that. This is an automatic 10 years with a $1 million fine. This way you will receive this, so you know that. I showed that to the lawyer. He was like, "You put his face on the receipt?" I said, "Yeah, his face is on the receipt." He was like, "Wow." He said, "You know what? He got an easy 20 years. All right, and this is the document already done, filled out for the post office right here. All done. Right there, so you can see it's all filed. Everything's filled out and done. This is going in today. Try to cut you a break, man. I really did. And my signature right there at the bottom. And I'm going to date it for the day. And I'm sending it off. Let me see. Here's another phone now. And I say, God have mercy on your sins. Hopefully he does, man. I pray, Jamie, that you get saved. I pray that when you're going through this ordeal that you have to go through, even though you're going to laugh about this, I know you're going to laugh about this, but the devil will have you laugh about it. Because here's the thing I tell you about Satan at the end of the day. Satan will feed all kinds of thoughts into your head and make you do dumb stuff, which you are doing right now. And then when it's time for you to go to court, he ain't going to be there. He's going to be quiet as quiet can be. This is the time when you start praying to God, asking him to get you out of the situation that the devil put you in. But unfortunately for you, these aren't light charges. These are extremely heavy charges. And you have 2 of these right here. And they serve a time of 20 years for each offense. So you're going to get time out of it. So you know this. You're not going nowhere in the world. You're going to bypass 2 of these charges. One of them you're going to get hit with. And then all these additional charges coming up, that judge and judges you have been for a judge before, they're no joke. She's going to look at that. He's going to look at that and say, wait a minute, we got criminal charges on you. This guy, you were causing all this trouble to this company. This is how you were acting. We got videos to back up everything. You're going to get jail time. It's coming. You don't get no probation. They don't put no ankle bracelet on. Don't have no lawyer tell you that at the end of the day. You're not getting that. And on top of that, you got perjury coming up. We got another one coming up basically about your company. A call came in. Let me see. All right. Let me see. That is the landlord that was contacting me about why the officers were outside. I'm going to explain to him why they're outside. He has your information too also, by the way. And he doesn't like you too much. He doesn't like you at all, period. You're a dirtbag. Let me see. Let me go over here. Let me get, I need the date for this. See, I already know what the date is, but make sure. I always make sure this would be for the day, right? 7. Date. Remember, I gave you the option out. Should have taken it. You thought the process server that came to your front door was something. Where you get a load of these people? I'll be going out tomorrow. Actually, today. I'll drop it off at the post office. Now, we have the criminal charges for what you did yesterday. So this one right here, I have this for you. Should be already in the system, but just in case, which should already be in the system, I need a printout of, let me see. And this is what he called himself pulling his website down for because, oh, here we go. This is a document for the process server that came to your front door to serve you for copyright infringement. I'll be sending that to your landlord today, including the criminal charges. Also, two will be going to them today when I pick them up from records for you. Was this the letter too? Hold on for a minute. We got the letter printed out. We need that for that. Okay, that was sent already for the lawsuit. That was a lawsuit we filed yesterday. And this is another one we have here. We need this for another set for these criminal charges here. Sorry about the stand bouncing around people. Let me see, and I need. Okay, this is for that right there. This is for the fraud charges for this company. We need that right there. And we're going to basically show that when we file the fraud charges, that basically we can show that your company, you committed these perjury on your documents. We have all that right there. I know we try to delete his website, which his website is still not there. It's not functioning at all. But your website's your website's disconnected. That's it. But when these documents go over to Wix, they're going to have to terminate your site. And when these documents go over to PayPal, they'll have to terminate your PayPal account. That's going to have to go. And then we'll send the rest of them over to that landlord. As a matter of fact, I'm contacting your landlord. We got enough for your landlord. We got the police report and that was filed against you for court. And also too, we'll send over the LLC, all the information to show that you are tied into his business. So since you basically, one of the violations of the lease is criminal activity. That's one of the violations of the lease. Oh, here we go. This is what I needed. That's your address right there. But you should already be in the system anyway. Okay. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Come to Philly, you're gonna have to come here. One way or another, you're coming here. You don't have an option. I'd invest in some body armor. All right. Oh, I want to get the. This is one of the transcripts. I want to get the rest of these transcripts. What else we have on here that we have in this folder? Let me see. You received information. We received information. Information from who? Let me see. Information updates. Right there. Let me see. Was there a transaction ID attached to this one? There was one, right? We printed two of these up. There should have been one on this one. Was there one on the other one? Oh, this one right there. Oh, that's the for his LLC. Here we go. This is the fraud charges. We're going to be bringing up on you soon. This right here shows your LLC basically was activated for 6 months, but we had done it 5. And this shows right here that you're basically missing documents showing your website is fraudulent. So that's going to be for the fraud charges. That also in coherence with the post office mail fraud, that your site's not legit. And then showing that you have gone in and disconnected your site to try to hide it. You didn't actually remove the site, you disconnected it, and then you reopened it again. That's the other video we can actually post and show also too. Let me see, what is this one? Case ID number. Case ID and update. We contacted CROW, okay. Okay. Wait, this is another one? As you can see, gee whiz, look at this. It's another transcript. He's lying on his account. All right, this is the first one where he says, as you can see here, he never contacted me. And then there's another one right here is, I didn't send the right color. It is gunmetal, as stated on my websites. See, the problem is, Jamie, that on your website, when we recorded it, basically it shows that your Frankenstein was a light gray color. It wasn't a dark gray color, which you changed at the last minute when you shipped out the item. Matter of fact, you changed it in the middle of transit. This is when you changed it. That's something you can't do. That's considered to be fraud. Then you used the United States Postal Service to commit the fraud. You signed your name all over the packages. But right here he says, I did send the right color. It is gunmetal, as stated. Gunmetal is actually one word, you're not right. Stated on my website. We said that twice. It's like Jacob Tutu, I swear. Let me see, get a little closer to this. I stated on my website. I don't know what you're trying to do. Oh, gee whiz, he wrote everything twice. He did a Jacob Tutu. I'm trying to read this correctly, okay? So, not trying to butcher this. I did send the right. Mind, he's not talking to me. He's talking to PayPal. He doesn't contact us. We have to talk back and forth because I escalated everything. I did send the right color. It is gunmetal, as stated on my website. Don't know what you're trying to do. You're going off on videos of 5 years ago. I have improved it since then. It is the right color mix. Plus, I do not trust you at the end. It is okay. At the end, it is paint, and you probably tampered with it on your video. Yeah. On the video, the container was always sealed. It was never open. He did a Jacob Tutu in there. He repeated everything twice. And you said it was always that color. It wasn't always that color because the shopping cart clearly shows that your paint was a light gray. And it was like that for 5 years. You changed it at the last minute. And I clearly stated in the video that the reason why we're making this video, we're recording the shopping cart, is because just in case if he changes out the color at the last minute to try to scam us. And we got you. And we got the statements that you just made. I'll be printing this one out. Showing that you, even when you were contacted through PayPal, through the legal department for this dispute, that you lied to them also. Jamie, let me explain something to you one more time. When you go to court, there's going to put a Bible under you, and you're going to basically put your hand on that Bible, and you're going to swear to be honest and basically, tell your testimony as truthful as you possibly can. It's called, you're going to have perjury again. You're known for lying on documents. You lied on your documents for your LLC. You're lying on freaking documents here back and forth for the dispute to PayPal. Gee whiz, I feel so, like I said, at the end of the day, this is what I tell you, this is what you deal with by a person constantly lying. When we have disputes, we go in and just submit evidence that our products work. We have customers send stuff back to us, so basically we can back our products at 100%. You can't back your stuff at 100%. That's why your policy on your shipping page was designed that way, to rip off your customers. And even then, you lie in the dispute. That paint wasn't always that color. When you update something, there's constant videos of the update. Oh, we got a new update coming up. This is what's going to happen. This and that. There was no updates. It just happened roughly due to the fact you were trying to scam us. Well, you can explain it in court. All right. We need this one. And we got another one. Any more of these on here? That's one of them right here. Oh, let me get that out here. All right. Got another one. And let's see. That's it. That's all we need. Ugh. You a liar. You're definitely a liar. Lied on both of these, man. You lied on both of these. That was the color it always came in. Are you kidding me? That paint was always light gray. Always light gray, Jamie. Always. Always light gray. You can watch this. This is what they're going to watch in court, Jamie. Now, mind you, you lost your claim with PayPal. So PayPal even found your lack of information to be false. That's why you lost in PayPal. And when the courts see this, that you also lost its claim there, it clearly shows that, and PayPal is a well-respected company at the end of the day. You're going to sit there and say, well, do your background on the company. They're a well-respected company. So we bring you to court and say, yeah, we brought them through PayPal, which I explained in the documents over here, that we recorded the shopping cart. See that? That's a recording of your shopping cart when we placed the order. That's the color of the product that we ordered. You see how light gray that is? Yeah, that's what we ordered. And when your product got there, it was dark. So we recorded the whole shopping cart. And I clearly said in the video, we're recording this because we have fear that the person is going to commit fraud and manipulate his website and change the product out before you sent the product down to us. It's kind of like we second guessed it and got it right. And then your name's all over the receipts. Man. All right. Okay. So this is for this. This is for today for the criminal charges. Yeah, this is this address right there. As a matter of fact, let's look at that other document. I like that other document better. Let me grab this one right here. I'm getting this one instead. Where's it at? Now, look at the color of the product. Look how dark it is. You changed, this is when you only had two pictures up there with your face and the other one with the moon, which, again, face is real, but the moon is not. You want to change that product out at the last minute. And the reason why is because that light gray, whatever that stuff is. And keep in mind, did you call that stuff a gunmetal? No, you didn't call it gunmetal. It's never called a gunmetal. It's not even titled as gunmetal. Oh. Not even titled as a gunmetal. It was a Frankenstein screen paint mix, as you had it titled in the video. It never said anything about gunmetal. So that's why he lost the PayPal claim. Because he couldn't back up the color of the product. Now he went through that with the CINEMAX, because the CINEMAX is the other one that was filed when we got black paint in the mail. That one was already filed. There we go. There's your document right there. These look a little bit more better than the other one. This has all your information on it, official seal, all that on there. Let's take this one. This has the agency was involved. So we need this one and this one. These are the only two we need for the criminal charges. So that will be for today. All right. And then we have here, this one right here, and this one, which shows you committing perjury on your account, showing that your website is a complete fraud. Did I print out that, whatchamacallit, company for that fraud division? Let's see if we can find them, where they're at. Was it here? Or did I file it here? I might have filed it here. I think I filed it on this side. This is all done. All right. Come back here, I need you. I'll put you right there. Let me see. Oh, so Jamie, you know another thing that matches you to both of these is SKU number. If this was a new product, the SKU number would have been different. You wouldn't have the same inventory number for the same product. Basically, it'd be a different SKU number. You know that, right? You're not a smart man, I'll tell you that much. My goodness, you're not a smart man. Gee whiz. All right, let me go over here and grab Let me see. I need something out of my email. There's a fraud division we just contacted for you. Get you taken care of. Where are they at in here? Bum, 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 bum. Make sure I got it here, or where did we get it from? Could have made it right there. Think of a farther in. Oh no, I get the immerse. It's under the immerse. That's where it's at. Cause this our email here is kind of complicated. Let me see. Let me get it from here. Oh. Yeah, because this would be the email they got it from. $5:53. As long as we're getting up in a few minutes, we got all this done. Thank goodness. Whew. This is why I'm up early in the morning, so I can get all this stuff done. I got things to do. Get this stuff knocked out of the way. 9 o'clock, I got to be down there to submit all these documents. I got to go around to the building other end and get my my police report, so we can send it right over to your landlord. And put a little pressure on him. Let him know if that business you're running basically is tied into his. I'm suing the crap out of him. We'll also send him down the process server. Show me we had to have somebody come to do pictures of the place and everything, so we can show it's all legit. You can contact the agency and talk directly to them, and if there was a process server there, they'll tell them yes, they were. So I want to know if his business was involved with copyright infringements. Hmm. Here we go. Found it. This is the fraud report we had to file on Jamie. It's an FTC government fraud report we had to file on you. So basically, you're already in the system already. They'll dig you up, you'll pop up with no problem. And that fraud report basically is documents about your LLC, basically lying, committing perjury, the whole 9 yards, everything's in there. There you go. So you can see we're not joking around with you. You're on 13 different agencies. All your information is on there. You posted that's your company, right? That's supposed to be your, at the end of the day, that's your company, right? That's what you put on there, right? Right? Your company is tied in with your landlord's building. And he don't want none of that at the end of the day. I guarantee him when we start something, he doesn't look like the type of person that basically is going to back you on that. He can lose his building because of this. They find out that he's tied in, his building is tied into this mess. Yeah, they're going to go through. If he has anything crooked, anything he's doing that he shouldn't be doing, he doesn't want dug up, they're going to dig it up. And he's going to get you out of there as fast as possible. Let me go print this document out right here. All right. Press and submit. All right, let me see. That's my report number. I'm going to contact them with the report number. I need everything with this information, everything, website, the whole 9 yards on there. Now with the new charges we have now against you, guess where those charges, when we get done following those today, which is right over here on top, but you have in the officers come out to the house, Mike Gonzalez, you're going to be going over to here. Let me see if we get this, because I got to bring these up and I have to go file in here today again. Just constantly getting yourself in all kinds of trouble. You're popping back over here today. So we got two sets of criminal charges that were filed against you, and now you have another one coming against you. We have two more. The one where you basically posted the address here for the garage, and also to slander me. I took pictures of me inside of some kind of dog house, and how you took pictures of the garage and pointed, this is where we're having some garage sale. All that was taken pictures. They're all sent over. So that is going to be charge number, we have charge number 1, charge number 2, 3. Oh no, that's quite a bit. We have this one, we had the police come out to the house. That's another one. So yes, doing quite a bit charges in there for you. And all that's going to be transferred over to these guys over here. We got the DC numbers and everything for you. And meanwhile, I'm going to go pop over the records. I'm going to pull one of these, including with the process server information. I'm going to contact your landlord. And I'm going to ask him at the end of the day, did you have anything to do, because this LLC is tied into your business? And he's going to say, I got nothing to do with this. I had no idea what you're talking about. Well, here's the thing. In your lease, if he's allowed to stay there, then that means you are abetting him. And we have law enforcement officers that will be coming there soon, because he's violated he has some very serious charges against him with the FBI. That scares a lot of people at the end of the day. So you're going to get removed. See, the difference, Jamie, like I said, between me and you is that when you contact people that I'm living with or people I'm doing business with, you hide behind a John Doe. I don't hide behind John Does, because when I present evidence, it's legit. That means I can take you to court on it. I can back whatever I say out of my mouth. You can't, and that's why you hide behind these fake aliases and you try to become these different people to try to wreak trouble on people at the end of the day. You have to hide behind fake names. I don't. He's going to know exactly who I am. I'm going to have a nice conversation with him, and I'm going to send every document to back up everything that comes out of his mouth right here. And he's a man of business. He understands bull crap from the real deal. I don't care how much you say you guys are friends at the end of the day. If this is going to cost his business and establishment at the end of the day, you got to go. Now, I didn't want it to come down to this. You can sit there and cry and whine on camera all you want. Oh, you got me and my family kicked out in the street. No, you got you and your family kicked out in the street. Told you, didn't have to come to this. Everybody heard me on camera when I sat there and said, you know, when I get a chance to, when I'm working in this place, I forget about that craziness. And I'm willing to drop charges on you. And you turn around and do that. So you deserve everything you got coming to you and more. Gave you the opportunity. You never take it. So it must not be meant to be. I sat there and said, and I talked to a friend of mine, he said, it's not meant to be. He has to go through this trial. So you're going to go through it. Wait till you see how I handle my business in court. I'm a pit bull in there, baby. I get it done. I don't sit there on camera and talk a lot of nonsense and go, oh, blah, 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 blah. No, all this is going to happen today, including all the other documents we have on you. Oh, the certified mail. We got to send you a certified mail for the lawsuit. Literally forgot about that. Did we print one of those up? I think I got a printout of that certified mail. Did we print it up? I know we got a printout on that. Let me see. We sent it up. I got to send you a certified mail. Let me see. I need to close this. Close this. And go over to... let's see. It's called Lockdown Jamie. Let me see. No, that's the case right there. We do have, let me see for a minute. I wrote this certified letter. I know I wrote it right here. We have to send a certified letter on that. Remember, I gave you the option to ship me the black paint. Remember, I kept asking you to ship me the black paint. That was to back up your claim, whether we were scammers at the end of the day, and you never sent anything down. I'm not asking you no more. I'm done with that. We're finished with that. I sit there and show the judge that we talked to you several times. If we're such scammers, if we're robbing people at the end of the day, then hey, just send me down black paint. If my product doesn't work, then everybody's going to see it, but you weren't able to back it up, so you got yourself sued. Enjoy. I'm going to get you a certified letter. I'm going to send one right to your front door. I'm not going to bother sending you any paints. We're not entertaining that anymore. Let me see. This it right here? Yeah, this is the letter right here. So this is the certified letter I got to send to you today. That's going out too. And we got, let me see, make sure we got this information. Okay, that's the certified letter. Yeah, all this information right there. Good, goody gumdrops. I mean, a busy day today and going back and forth out of these agencies to get you taken care of. And I got to go in here and I got to fill out some more paperwork over in this section over here. All right, people, I can't show this because this is very serious documents I have to pull up on this individual. Get in here and get this done so I can get you taken care of as soon as possible. 2024, not going to be a good year for you. It's going to be a very bad year. And as I said before, you know, this is how Jamie carries himself. This is how he acts up and cuts up. Again, I don't do business this way. If I have a problem with you, I do the paperwork and I bring you into court. So I'll see you in court before a judge. If you decide you don't want to show up for the lawsuits, no problem. You just forfeit. I'm going to take the money from you anyway, so just don't show up. Do it that way. But when the criminal charges are filed, I would strongly advise you show up. You're going to get a bench warrant on you, so you know that. All right, got to go. Good day.